Hello all my beautiful people, I'm Chiara Magi and today I will tell you how I moved to Italy on my own at 18 years old. I grew up in Estonia, which is a small country in the northern part of Europe, but Italy has been always this fascinating country with its crystal clear blue water, sunny weather, amazing food, also people, language. Everything in Italy seemed to be just perfect. I just turned 18, so finally, officially I was an adult, and that's when I came immediately to Italy. The easiest way for me during those years was to be an au pair. And I was doing that at first in Milan for 6 months. Working as an au pair means to be basically a babysitter, but at the same time it's also a cultural experience because you will be hosted by a local family. They will give you all the accommodation and food. This is exactly the perfect time when you can also learn the language and the culture of the place where you're staying. When working as an au pair, you really don't have salary, you just have pocket money, and I had something between like 200–250 in a month, which means that I wasn't able to save almost anything, but at least I had a place where to stay and also a job that I really enjoyed, so that's everything that counts, right? So during the first 6 months in Italy, I took an Italian language course. But as I was almost without money, I took the less expensive course because when you're an au pair, you definitely need to take a language course. And during those first 6 months, I was really studying the language, I was starting to speak it, but mostly not because of the course, but I was going out almost every single evening, every single night. This was the main way how I was practicing my Italian, just meeting people. And now after many years, of course, I'm speaking fluently Italian.
Siamo a San Vitolo Capo!
But I think it took about 6 months to start speaking Italian in a basic level and about 1 year to start speaking it almost fluently.
Ma Chiara parla italiano, mi sembra di aver capito bene anche.
Chiara?
Sì, cerco di fare il mio meglio.
Cerchi di fare, ma tu...
After 6 months in Milan, I moved to the south of Italy because in my mind, Italy is always a nice place close to the sea, with strong culture and with definitely warm weather. I was still 18 and I was thinking that I would love to live in Sicily. I had never been to Sicily before, but I saw just some videos, some pictures. It seemed very cool. I was really dreaming about a sunny place, blue water, seaside, but at the same time I wanted to live also in a bigger city, so that's how I ended up where I'm now. At first, as I didn't know anything about Sicily, I just bought my flight over here. And I was thinking that if I'm really liking this place, I could stay here and live here. But in case if it was not as I was expecting before, I was always able to go away, to move to another place. But now, after 10 years later, I'm still here. I didn't know anyone from Sicily, so at first to find a place where to stay, I was looking everywhere on the internet. And finally I found a group of Erasmus students in Sicily. Erasmus is the exchange student program that probably most of you already know. So it all ended up that I was living in the same apartment with Erasmus students. It was loads of fun because we were people from all around the world. We were all in the same situation, living in a new country with new language. We all wanted to know really the place where we were staying, wanted to learn the language. So we went out and had parties almost every single night. But now, of course, the question, what I was living off? At first, of course, I didn't have any jobs. I was looking for a job. The first job that I found was in a small local bar. I was working as a bartender where I was serving mostly coffees. But only now I'm understanding that everything that I earned over there, it was just ridiculous because my salary was even much lower than the lowest salary in Italy. But during that time, I was 18. I had my broken Italian, I believe. I had made my first real experience, so I'm also saying it's okay, at least they accepted me. But from there I moved on to working in a restaurant, and from there to another restaurant, because these were the jobs that were really easy to find, and after some experiences it was also very easy to do. After 1 year living in the Erasmus apartment, finally I moved out from there because it was a crazy life, as I was telling before, partying every single night. It was just so crazy, it was so fun, and I'm so happy that I did it. But after a year it was time to move on. I found my own place, and also I had a more stable job, even if I was just working in a restaurant. But from there, through time, I always got better also in my Italian, because of course in Italy it is necessary to speak Italian, and even more if you want to work here you need to speak Italian. And after working in different restaurants, I was also able to get a job in a theater, because I have been acting since I was very little. And slowly I was always able to do more things that I love to do, also the jobs that I love. It's true, it hasn't been easy at all. And maybe I couldn't say that Italian people, they're racist. But unfortunately, in some cases, even if you have been living here for 20, 30, 40 years, still people, they will say that you're not from here, you're always different. I think for me it shouldn't be so hard, because I have the same skin tone as Italians. But for people who have different skin tones, then even more, unfortunately, in Italy you will be always labeled as a non-Italian. I mean, of course, I don't want to be Italian, but the main thing is that I would like to be treated in the same way, as I have been living here for a long time. I have been doing so much and so many things to make this place better for everyone, I believe. Now the conclusion about moving to Italy at 18 years old. I'll do it all over again, because it has been so much fun at first. At the same time, I have been growing so much. The experience in Italy, it is tough. I think it will be tough actually for everyone, but finally it will be also so much worth it, because as Italians, I think Italians somehow they like the struggle, which means that whenever you have any kind of difficulties, then even if you need to struggle, you will find your way out, you will find your solution, and once you can find a solution for everything, there isn't a thing that you won't be able to do. Then moving out at 18, I think this has been the best decision ever, because really living your own life, living what you really want to do. If there's somebody at the moment watching my video, maybe also young, 18, 19, and thinking about moving out or to a completely new country, then I'd definitely say do that. It's so much worth it. It will be hard, it will be very, very hard, but just do it, because really it will be the experience that will last forever, and also you will be learning so much from this. When talking about the money, I think you will always find the money you need for living. Also for me, it has been really hard some years, because even if I was working really, really hard, finally it ended up that I didn't get my salary, because there were some difficulties in the place where I was working and so on. So there wasn't nothing to do with me, but finally I was even like suffering. I wasn't able to pay my rent, but sooner or later everything will turn out well. And I mean, if you really want to do something, you will find the ways, you will find solutions. And if you're thinking that you won't be able to move somewhere because of the money, or you won't be able to move out because you're so young, you don't have the money, I mean, these are just excuses that you're saying to yourself. And like this, you won't arrive anywhere, never ever. So just be courageous, do what you want to do, and I'm sure if you really want it, you will be able to do it. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your time. Please put a thumbs up and subscribe, and come back here very soon again.